Andy's at school, which means James is in charge, kids. Hop on the bus and let's drive this thing into a canyon. A canyon of fun with bounce houses, ice cream, and Schlubway. Wait, what is that sandwich shop from hell doing here? Why are you on the bus? Why are you driving? Is this the memory bus? Crap, it was the memory bus. Well, looks like we're along for the ride. Everyone, here we go. I used to work at Schlubway. As much fun as that might sound, it was not. It was not a time in my life I wish to relive, look back on fondly, or even remember. The people I met were cool, I'd still enjoy knowing them, but I hope the me in some other universe met these people another way besides friggin' Schlubway. The worst 2.5 years of my life, by far. To give you an idea of how crap this was, I'll go ahead and tell you some stories. Schlubway workdays can either be long, dreary, and never-ending, or they can be medium length. There are no short Schlubway workdays. Ever. I mean, there was for my manager, but not for me. Ever. Because I did my job. Anyway, one day I was working the lunch rush and we were pretty friggin' busy. Not customers coming out of our ears busy, but the line reached the door. So the manager and I are diligently making sandwiches, for once they were actually doing their job. Suddenly, she turns to me and says, "Okay, you finish up these customers, I'll be right back." There were like 8 people in line and I had a few months of this Schlubway thing under my belt. Sure, let's see how this goes. They walk to the back and proceed to remove their apron and hat, and they go and sit at a table with customers. This irked me, but I kept going. All 8 customers later, they were still sitting there. I just covered the entire lunch rush basically by myself because you wanted to go and sit with your friends? I know as a manager you gotta talk to people sometimes, but during a lunch rush, leaving me all alone? Are you serious? Fine. If she can do it when we have millions of things to do and customers up the butt, I could probably sit with my family when we have no customers, right? Nah, no. This next story is kind of tied to the first one. One time I was working the night shift and my family came in for dinner. They were the first customers we had in about a 4-hour window, which was excruciatingly long. Anyway, I make their food and I go and sit down with them. Because I was working from 2 to 10 that day and I was never allowed to take a break while the manager was there. I decided to go sit with my family because they are my family and I love them because they're my family. I sit down and not even 30 seconds later, the store phone rings. I answer it because my work partner guy is in the bathroom. Guess who's on the other side? My manager. Oh boy, what now? Wipe down the floor tiles? Scrub the soda machine? Wash the sink? No. "You're not allowed to be sitting with customers during your work shift," was what she said to me. I was kind of speechless because my manager had met my family, talked to my family, and had served my family at least 5 or 6 times so she could recognize them through the cameras that they were always fucking watching. But I guess this time it wasn't cool to sit with my family even though I had done this before while they were watching. Now, if I'm recalling correctly, my manager would actively, during a lunch rush, stop, tell the person they were doing lunch rush with, usually me because it was summer and summer Schlubway work sucks, that they would be right back, and then proceed to make herself a sandwich and go and sit out in the eating area and have lunch. But I wasn't allowed to eat with my family. It was a moment when if I had super strength, I would have crushed the phone in my hand out of sheer anger and despisement for this person. Oh, I could go on a tangent about my manager for hours about how terrible she was, but that's another day. One final story. It's a good one. This one has to do with a Schlubway regular that stopped coming after I served them once. So this couple would come in, and everyone dreaded making their order because they were so particular. "Can you add another half a chicken breast? The spinach isn't chopped enough. Can I get a pinch more cheese?" Sweet Jesus, man! 2 of those questions will cost you money, and if I chop the spinach up more, it will be fucking mush! Is that how you want your salad? Mush! Anyway, it was a night shift and of course they came in and of course I was the one to serve them. So I get started, but I noticed we were out of chicken breasts, which were delicious, which he got in his 2 salads every time. But we do have these chicken strips which are made from the same chicken the chicken breast is made from, but packaged differently. I tell him these things and he agrees to compensate to allow me to make a salad for the chicken strips. "Oh, please forgive me, my king. I'm so sorry we don't have the whole thing of the thing you're getting the strips of. Please permit me to serve you with what meager remains we happen to have." I make his salads and he is so fucking particular about his amount of cheese and how chopped he wants the chopped salad and how much spinach. I think I did the store a favor by driving away this absolute Satan of a customer. He pays for his salad and goes and sits down with his wife. His wife was much more of a person, whereas he was an absolutely disagreeable human being. His wife was calm, kind, and very easy to talk to. Talking to her got me through making her hell of a salad, so I give her a halfway thank you for making the making of her shitty salad bearable. So that's it. That's half. I'm not saying the other half. After I make their salads, I decide I have dishes to do, so I start to go in the back. When the man comes to the counter and says, "Excuse me, Oh, I must have forgotten a 5th cup of Italian dressing, or another pint of cheese. No! He proceeds to complain about his salad and said he wants to exchange it for a sub. That's not how it works. That's not how anything works. Go back to the 1820 times when you could trade a head of lettuce for a freaking chicken. But today, in the age of today, nah. Today, once you take a bite of your salad or your sandwich, that's it, buddy. Your problem now, no longer in my hands. He proceeds to argue with me about how it doesn't taste the same as the chicken breast and how he's entitled to an exchange and a refund. That's not how it works. If you already took a bite out of it, there's no refund and no exchange. You're stuck with your stupid salad choice, which you then turned into an Italian dressing soup. After a good 6 minutes of argument, he compensates again and says he wants a foot-long turkey sub. His wife doesn't argue though. She enjoyed her salad. I'll finish my thank you now. You. I finish making this man's hellish sub and he and his wife leave. I'm not sure which I hated more, arguing with him over serving him food or making his food. Both. I hated both. I hope you enjoyed some stories about my time at Schlubway. I would be more than happy to spin more tales of my toils in that turkey sub hell, but in another video. For now, you're stuck with these 3 stories. Also, enjoy riding the bus with Schlubway at the wheel. I'm gonna get off and go to bed. Bye.